He said to them, give me your tired and unwanted. They're tired.
Yes.
Your way doesn't bring them happiness or peace. And you don't like them. They're not producing anything. They don't contribute hardly anything to your establishment.
That's right.
So why should you carry this burden on yourself? This is the strategy, right?
That's right.
Jesus Christ is using the strategy.
Yes.
Guided by God, he's using the strategy. If I go to those people, they think they know everything. They're not going to listen to me.
That's it.
But if I get to common people, they don't think they know everything. They'll listen to me.
That's right. That's right.
And now let me reduce the amount of trouble that I can expect from them by appealing to their need to get rid of this burden. That was his strategy.
That's right.
So he didn't go through the mountain either, did he? He chose a path through the plain.
That's right.
He reached for the rejected masses. Now understand that way back there in that time, it was just a few people that weren't discriminated against.
That's right.
All females were discriminated against.
That's right.
They thought males were the only one that had the divine spark. And all ignorant people were discriminated against.
That's right.
They didn't have any morals or ethics that demanded of them that they opened up schools to educate all their public. No, they regarded their public like dumb animals that should be treated like dumb animals.
That's right.
Work, if they don't work, beat them.
Yeah.
They get in your way, they won't move, shoot them.
Yeah.
Hang them, kill them. That was the order of that time gone by.
That's right.
Okay? So he was appealing to not just blacks. Probably some of you all said, oh yeah, I knew Jesus was for the black man. Yeah, you go, that donkey came in with that donkey. Enter the city victorious. That's us. That's us, you know. No, back then, the masses of people, the publics were all cheated out of education,
right.
cheated out of equal treatment. They all were treated like animals, and Jesus came to save communities, not governments, communities. Because the governments were responsible for the communities being left in the situations they were in.
That's right.
So he came to save communities. And he came to offer a strategy and a way of life to the governments that would benefit them down the road.
That's right.
So he used a strategy to get them to open the way for him and not persecute him or stop him. And he said to his disciples, he said, go and you will see a donkey untied.
That's right.
Untied, what do you mean? He doesn't have faith in anything.
That's it. Yes.
That's what it means.
Yes.
He doesn't have faith in anything. He's not tied to anything. They say find a donkey that untied except but one tie, and that's the tie of matrimony. No, they didn't even respect matrimony. Aren't we in a time like that right now?
Yes, sir.
When the masses don't respect matrimony, they marry for material conveniences and not really to have families. They don't marry to have families, they marry to have material conveniences. And pay a plaything, a bedroom to play in.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother man.
Yes? There's a time like that again. Don't think we so far from that time that, no. The material world changes.
Yes.
The establishments change.
That's right.
The common soul of people, it can go back while the world is going forward. We can regress while the world is progressing.
That's right.
Because we are really creatures of spirit.
Yeah.
And when our intelligence doesn't support our life anymore, we can't make sense of things anymore, the spirit life starts to rule. And when the spirit life rules, we follow spirit.
Yeah.
Spirit to play, spirit to have material comforts, etc. We follow spirits. Life needs the pattern that God created for it. And as one of the imams said from abroad, it needs that manual that the manufacturer gave the prophets, so that we'll know how to manage the soul of human beings.
Yes.
So in my conclusion, religion is sincerity,
Yes.
as the prophet said, and religion obligates the people or the public and their leaders
Yes.
to be sincere by one another. When the prophet was asked, and he said that sincerity, religion, sincerity by whom or for whom? He said, from the people to their leaders, and from the leaders to their people. Leaders are supposed to be sincere
Yes.
with their publics,
Right.
with their congregations or whatever.
Yes.
And the publics or congregations ought to be sincere with their leaders.
I like that. That's right.
You don't be crooked with each other. Vote people in and then go back to your homes. As soon as you run into a little difficulty, you start saying what they ain't gonna do. Oh, you know they ain't gonna let us do that. They got it, they control it. They gonna keep it. That's the negative talk we hear
Yes.
coming from these hypocrites. Voters that are hypocrites. Vote somebody in and then come back, and when you get a little problem at home, you start knocking the establishment, knocking the system, and knocking even the political leaders that you voted in.
Yes.
Blaming everything on them, that it ain't gonna work. Because you were too lazy to make it work. You don't have a hope or a dream or ambition strong enough to lift you up and guide you forward against odds and against problems, to overcome, to go over, hurl a barrier behind barrier. If you have something that's your life that you believe in, you don't let no wall stop you.
All right.
You just get up and wake up the wall, and then you start thinking how I'm going to take this wall down, or climb over it, or dig under it, or go through it.
There it is. All right. Right.
Okay. So Imam Nabi Muhammad will not change. God has made me the man I am, and I will not accept to be any other kind of man. And if I see something in your secret language, and God give me the spirit to see it, God knows if I see it, I'm going to share it with my brothers and sisters. I'm going to share it with my loved ones. I'm going to share it with my friends, my family members, and I'm going to share it with the most distant human being on this planet Earth, because that's my nature. I will not keep secret when I know something to help a person. And this world got you all under falsehood. Think of the sky. Don't think any more of a heaven in the sky. Heaven is wherever God want to give it to you. And I think God want to give us heaven right here in Homewood and every other town we're in throughout these United States. God want to give us heaven. But you have to learn Imam Nabi Muhammad's way, his strategy for getting the mountain to smile on us as we pass through. Walking the plain. You have to learn my way. Thank you very much. Peace. Assalamu alaikum.